Welcome back. This is Mags on Media. Now, the past couple of weeks have seen a massive outcry in the United States over apparel brand Nike's decision to feature football player Colin Kaepernick in its latest advertising campaign. Very quickly, here's the background. 2016, Kaepernick, a former quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers football team, opted to remain seated during a pre-game national anthem, all in protest against racial injustice and police brutality. Nike then released this ad during the 2018 NFL season opening game.
If people say your dreams are crazy, if they laugh at what you think you can do, good. Stay that way. Because what non-believers fail to understand is that calling a dream crazy is not an insult. It's a compliment. Don't try to be the fastest runner in your school or the fastest in the world. Be the fastest ever. Don't picture yourself wearing OBJ's jersey. Picture OBJ wearing yours. Don't settle for homecoming queen or linebacker. Do both. Lose 120 pounds.
Now, the company was blasted on social media by President Trump, among many others. Some people went as far as posting videos of themselves burning their Nike products on various social media platforms. Nike, though, seems to have had the last laugh as it reports a 31% sales increase over the recent Labor Day holidays in the United States. And Kaepernick, you ask? Well, some are dubbing him the Muhammad Ali of his generation.
Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything.
Now, let's move from football to chocolate. For any brand to be going strong after 80 years in business these days, I would suggest is an astonishing achievement. And Cadbury is celebrating this local milestone, and we're all wondering here on the program what it takes for a chocolate brand to constantly reinvent itself in order to stay fresh and, I guess, favourable in the eyes and on the lips of consumers. Well, Haley van Niekerk is with us, Senior Brand Manager for the chocolate category at Mondelez, South Africa. Warm welcome to you. On a daily basis, Haley van Niekerk, how much chocolate do you eat?
Me? Jeremy, it's funny. So many people think we do. That's our job. Well, and it really is. It is. Yeah. So probably at least once a week, one of my meetings in the diary is chocolate tasting. Yeah. We take it very seriously. The quality of our product is key.
As you should.
Yes, and I will say at 3 o'clock, most days, I do have a taste of chocolate.
As one must.
Yes.
All right. It's a fair question I think I raised in the introduction. What is the secret of sustainability as far as this brand is concerned?
I think, Jeremy, as you mentioned, 80 years in South Africa. So 8 years ago, the first slabs came off the line in the Port Elizabeth factory. And today, that same factory is where we produce all our local products. And some of the local community work there. So we are very proud of it. I think to last 80 years, it's really the commitment and the dedication of our staff. It's the support of our customers. But most importantly, it's the loyalty of our consumers.
Two brothers, if I've read correctly, Richard and George Cadbury, and they came and they saw an opportunity, and interestingly, in South Africa.
They did. Yeah. So their dad, John Cadbury, actually started, and that's where the name came from. And the brothers saw an opportunity. So they wanted to see what the appetite for the brand and the product was in South Africa. So in 1903, they brought it to SA, selling it through a sales agent. And yeah, the appetite was big. And the demand was high. And so in 1938, the factory was completed and was the third factory actually in the world, after Bourneville in the UK, then Australia, and then South Africa.
Do you know what the first chocolate was, or the first flavour that rolled off the line?
It was plain, and then we had a nut variant as well. Those were the two predominant ones. Soon after came Flake. So Flake had been launched in the UK, and that came to South Africa. And then a little bit later came Crunchy and Lunch Bar. Crunchy was not unique to SA, but Lunch Bar is a proudly South African product.
And behind you on the screen, we've been playing some of the iconic Lunch Bar advertising, which I think really resonates with South Africa. Yeah. I wonder this, though. In this age of no sugar, does chocolate still have currency?
Absolutely, Jeremy. I mean, the health trend is one of the top trends globally and locally. And we are very conscious about this. But we are proudly a snacking company, and Cadbury is a proudly chocolate brand. What we try to do to acknowledge the change in consumer lifestyles is encourage that sort of moderation in terms of what they eat. And how we do this is offer different pack sizes. So we've got the very small 25 gram, and then we've got the very big pack sizes, which we encourage family sharing through.
Moderation in chocolate, yeah, Hayley, that's an interesting one. Now, over the years, has the marketing approach changed? And I'm assuming these days a lot of this, as we were talking in our first story on the program this week, is driven by digital execution.
Absolutely, that was going to be my answer is, obviously we've got to take heed from our consumers. And where are they? Everyone's on a phone these days. So our latest campaign, celebrating our 80th birthday, is a digital campaign called Remarkable Regifts. There's no TV advertising. We've made short clips, and they're all for digital consumption.
But you've also built a reputation on great television advertising, you know, the Makatini ad for Lunch Bar and the famous gorilla ad.
Absolutely. I mean, who doesn't remember the gorilla? And going forward, we'll commit to that epic advertising, that iconic advertising that consumers have come to know. But now there will just also be that element of digital and ensuring that when we produce these ads, they'll still be made for TV, but there'll be a digital element.
Are people loyal to chocolate brands and the variants thereof, or do we have a propensity to experiment?
I think when it comes to our slabs, the bigger formats, very loyal. So we find, you know, in tough times, we still see high consumption. We're still doing phenomenally well. When it comes to your chocolate bars, which are more impulse on the go, there's a repertoire, and consumers will come to the teller, and when they get there, it's between a range of products, yes.
Okay, Hayley, I think you've probably got a chocolate meeting to go to, so thanks very much for joining us. Hayley van Niekerk from Mondelez, South Africa. Now, next on the program, we're going to take you behind the scenes on one of the most talked about local advertising campaigns of 2018.